Margie Tanner, and this is Misadventures of a Schizophrenic. If you are new here, please hit that little subscribe button. If you're old, welcome back. Today, I was actually going to film yesterday, but I got hit by a massive psychotic episode, and I just couldn't focus. I couldn't. And so, I was actually going to film something different, but I thought today, I'm going to talk about what it is to go through a psychotic episode and what the mind really does. Because if you or someone you know has psychosis, this might be a good tool to have in your little toolbox, because knowing what happens during a psychotic episode is very important. So for me, night before last, I did not sleep well. I had 4 night terrors, one right after another. And that's because I kept waking up, going back to sleep, waking up, going back to sleep. And in doing that, I had multiple night terrors. So when I woke up, I was not in the best position that one could hope to be in. And the voices in my head were just running amok, and they demanded front and center attention. Now, there are some days where you can kind of feel it building, just building up from within you, because the voices are just so demanding. And in this case, they wanted me to believe that I am absolutely, utterly, and completely hideous, disgusting to the 10th degree. And then my husband told me that I was beautiful, and it was too much. I couldn't comprehend what that meant. I was like, you're lying. You must be lying to me. You're saying this so I don't kill myself, or so I don't leave you. You're lying to me. But that was not the case. He was not lying to me, but he had no way of knowing that that would be a trigger for me. And another thing is that I was going through the beginning parts of the psychotic episode, and my husband tried to touch me. Now, this is probably an important message. When someone is going through a psychotic episode or an anxiety attack or a panic attack, it might not be a good idea to touch them, because people are already experiencing such a sensory overload. So touching them just causes them to bubble up and spill over. And I know my husband's intentions were good. Normally I would welcome his embrace, but on this particular day I just could not handle it. And he's learned really well that there are certain times that I am just not to be touched. And as the day went on, I started snapping at people left and right, because I was at the mercy of the voices. I was hearing these horrible, horrible words, and the voices wanted me to kill myself, and they were looking for any excuse that they could find for me to actually go over the edge and to take my own life. And for me, that's what a psychotic episode looks like, is these voices trying to get me to kill myself. That seems to be their main goal. You see, I have to look at my voices as their own conscious, sentient being. And they have a goal of me killing myself. And I don't know why that's their goal. They will even say to me that they've been working for 30 years on wearing me down, and they want to retire. And that's another reason I should take my own life. Yesterday, they were saying that my husband didn't love me, that my mom and my dad didn't love me, that they didn't want me around, and it just got to be too much, and I couldn't handle it. And some days were like that. I mean, it was like a full-on, all-day psychotic episode. And when you're schizophrenic, some days are going to be like that. I would have had this video out to you guys sooner had it not been for these voices. But sometimes you just can't plan this stuff. Sometimes the voices are going to reign supreme, and they are going to have no mercy and take no prisoners. And their goal is to beat you down as quickly and as hard as possible. So if you or someone you know is going through psychotic episodes, the things I would like to keep in mind are this: the voices and the hallucinations are liars. They are liars. They never tell the truth. No matter what they're telling you, it is false. It is not true. Like in my case, I was never a vampire. I was never demonically possessed. I am never so hideous that I deserve to die. I am never so unloved that I wouldn't be missed. There is no good reason for me to take my own life. Liars across the board. Secondly, I would like to keep in mind that grounding yourself is of the utmost importance. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just ground yourself. They say name 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. And this is something that they use quite frequently for anxiety, but it also works for psychotic episodes. So grounding yourself, trying to bring yourself into the present, like in this moment. Don't let yourself get too overwhelmed. That's the best advice that I can offer. I often say the serenity prayer, which says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Now, in this situation, I know that I cannot change the fact that I have voices, but I can change how I react to them. So I say that over and over in my head like a mantra. I mean, I don't know what religions you guys are out there, but obviously you do you. And that's just something that helps me. And so if you're struggling with a psychotic episode or any kind of psychosis, comment below and I'll be there to help you out. And I just want to start growing this community. I want you to know that if you suffer from psychotic episodes, if someone you know does, it's not the end of the world, even though in that moment it feels like it. It really, really does. But you are not alone. There are so many people out there who suffer with this. And so I just want you to know that you do not have to feel completely isolated in this predicament. And like I said, please comment below. Let's create a community. If you want to see more of what I go through on a day-to-day basis, please visit www.misadventuresofaschizophrenic.wordpress.com. Be sure to, I think it's on this side, follow me at rgtanner713. That's my Instagram handle. And if you are having a crisis that cannot wait, please call this number. It is a NAMI crisis number. It is nationwide in the United States, and they will do their best to take care of you. But I do suggest, if you are suffering from psychotic episodes, make an appointment with your psychiatrist or psychologist. They will be able to better assist you. So I hope that you liked this video. I hope it was informative and helpful in any way. Be sure to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. And I hope to see you next time on Misadventures of a Schizophrenic. Thanks. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video on psychotic episodes. If you want to see more of my channel, click here. If you want to subscribe, please click here. And I hope to see you guys next time on Misadventures of a Schizophrenic.